Okay, what is going on, CYPRX YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, how to trade them utilizing technical analysis properly, please consider subscribing to that YouTube channel. Guys, we are almost at 3,000 YouTube subscribers. Seriously do appreciate the love and support everybody has shown. In today's video breakdown, interesting topic for you guys here today. So pulled up on the screen right now, I have just a breakdown of my perspective on the overall long-term market capitalization of the cryptocurrency market, trying to get you guys to really understand a visual on where we are currently operating at right now. Okay, now you guys can find that visual on other people's YouTube, on Google, just by looking it up. Okay, it's not hard to find, but I want to give you guys a visual, and I want to show you guys today some fundamental articles that I found on the internet, and I'm going to piece things together for you guys. We're going to talk about how there is a battle within private investors, financial advisors, the whales, okay, that fluctuate and move massive amounts of money. And I'm talking about millions, billions, and trillions of dollars into investment portfolios. Okay. They're in a fight right now, in a battle to determine where is the best place to put their money. And a lot of individuals you will find amongst, financial advisors is that their clients who have a lot of money that they're managing, okay, they want to put their money into cryptocurrency. Okay, so not only do we have banking institutions that are going to grow over time, and I'm going to show you guys a visualization of that here today and break this picture down for you guys, but we have private investors, whales, individuals with massive amounts of money in things like stock market, real estate, index funds, property, all of those things, okay, and they want their money in other portfolios such as digital assets, okay? So we're going to talk about that. Excuse me. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the flooding money that's going to be coming into cryptocurrency. I'm going to show you guys some articles on that here today. Also, the reason why this is all important is because this is causing, okay, in articles I'm going to show you guys today, this is causing the rise of the cryptocurrency market. Everything that I've been showing you guys here on the YouTube page so far when it comes to this global transition, this digital infrastructure that we are about to transition into. Okay, I've tried to get you guys to wake up. People don't believe it's happening. It is what it is. And if you want to benefit from it, again, this isn't financial advice. You have to do research on it. You have to be able to learn how to partake in opportunities that could significantly I can't say it's going to, but it could potentially be a nice hedge against inflation. It could be a nice way to financially stabilize your situation, whatever the case may be. Okay, you can take a small amount of money potentially, again, this isn't financial advice, and turn it into a lot of money with things like cryptocurrency, investing, small amounts of fiat and turning it into large amounts of fiat singly overnight. And you guys have seen such things when, people were early adopters in the Bitcoin, okay, putting a couple $1,000s into Bitcoin and becoming billionaires overnight, millionaires overnight. It's the reality. But in order for that to be a reality of yours, you have to do research. You have to make smart financial decisions and things of that nature, all in which I can't tell you or decide for you, okay? But I can give you guys information on how this global infrastructure is changing. And hopefully you guys wake up to it and, maybe potentially partake in the, the global everybody calls it this massive reset. Everybody calls it different things. It is the elite's way of changing things behind the scenes, giving everybody, drip feeding how you can become a part of this. And they're doing it with or without us, with or without the general public's approval. Banking institutions, private investors, whales, the people who I keep teaching you guys about on this YouTube channel are going to do this transition regardless if every average day retail investor, the normal 9-to-5 working person, cooperates or not. Okay, so I know that was a mouthful. I hope that you guys have stuck around for this video so far. If you have, make sure that you smash the like button, help boost the YouTube algorithm. This will seriously be a video that you will want to share with family members, friends. I'm going to attempt not to cuss in it, so that way you can share it to the younger generation who are, looking and seeking financial, I guess you could say guidance, because I can't say it's, financial advice, but maybe somewhere to look for ideas, okay? A place to start to get their life right. I wish I had access to information like this when I was 18, 19 years old with a nice fat check from the United States Army on where I could potentially put my money. All I did was spend my money on alcohol, TVs, and cars. Cool. So anyways, this is where we're at in the cryptocurrency market right now. I feel like I just admitted something to you guys. Yeah, the military was rough. Anyways, okay. So when it comes to financial decisions that I made. So the cryptocurrency market is only 13 years old. Now, I made this for you guys, okay? Whipped it up in about 5 minutes. We were in an infant stage, 1 to 3 years old, okay? Now, an infant, okay, is not very trustworthy. You don't really trust them with things. They drop things, they put things in their mouth, they poop all over the place, they pee all over the place, they cry, they whine, okay? 1 to 3 years cryptocurrency market, it was booming. People had hope and potential for massive gains, and they were right. Okay, they were right. The market boomed. All through 3 to 10 years, we saw new all-time highs continuously being made. And this is what I'm talking about. We had $1 trillion, $2 trillion. And then coming into where we're at currently right now, all right, we are a teenager in this market. The crypto market is only 13 years old. Now, I also want you guys to pay attention to the size of the banks and institutions in between these characters that I have for you guys today. Okay, the bank, if you notice, gets bigger and bigger. Okay, until we eventually turn into a global banking infrastructure where everybody is on board. If I can move this money for you guys, you all can see now there's multiple banks surrounding a globe and money raining on that. Okay, I'm going to get to that in a second, breaking this all down. So as the bank gets bigger, you know, the money that goes into cryptocurrency gets bigger. And you guys saw what happened 13 years into the cryptocurrency market, the massive amounts of gains that are, you know, or that came into fruition. Okay. Now, I can't sit here and say that that is guaranteed. This is also, you know, also I have to tell you guys a personal opinion, okay? But think about it logically, okay? Now, this again is just random, but look at this, all right? We're experiencing a pullback right now, a nice drop in the cryptocurrency market. There's fear, there's uncertainty in the market. The banking institutions are all over the place with information, okay? There's CV going on right now, you know, the thing that's going on, CV19. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get this video banned. Okay, but look at how much money flooded into the crypto space. I've shown you guys multiple articles, multiple avenues of approach for research for you to do independently to see that the banking institutions are dumping money into this. Private investors are dumping money into this. I'm going to show you guys, again, more articles on that here today. But imagine when we are a young adult in this cryptocurrency market, year 21 through 40. Okay, so a couple of years from now, you have to understand where we're at right now. Can you imagine how much money via the banking institutions, private investors are going to be into the crypto digital asset world in the future? It's going to be insane. Now, when you get to age 21 to 40, people trust you more. You get a license, you have access to, you know, the potential legal right to drink alcohol. You're given more trust. And just like a human being, okay, the transition, think about it via the banking institutions. They are in a testing phase right now with the baby infant phase, which is what we experience. We're still in that experience, right? We're a young teenager, okay? And they're still not very trustworthy. And neither is this digital market yet to banking institutions. Now, I've shown you guys in past YouTube videos how ISO 222 integration is going to happen November 2022. It kicks off all the way until the end of 2025. Banking institutions have to make a decision whether to integrate their systems over to the new infrastructure that's taking over the market right now. And I'm telling you guys, watch, just watch, mark my words. And I know I'm not the only person that sees this. Do your research and understand that if you are involved in cryptocurrency right now, you are part of the very small percentage of the population that is catching on early on, okay? Whether you want to accept it or not, you are. It's a very small percentage of individuals. And that percentage of individuals inside has its own categories, like the number of people that are invested in XRP is extremely small compared to the overall population. The number of people who are invested in Casper token is extremely small. You have to understand that. So understand back in, you know, early Bitcoin days when, you know, only freaking a handful, maybe 450 to 1,000 people were invested in Bitcoin early on. I mean, there's books that you guys can read about this. And those individuals were the people who believed in these crypto assets, saw the growth, saw the future potential, held, and became multi-million billionaires, okay? And that potential, again, this isn't investing advice, still has the opportunity surrounding the growth that is taking place in the overall market. Now imagine 40 plus years from now, okay? You're this nice, well-educated, college-efficient, you know, operating human being. That's when everybody's going to start pumping money in, private investors, retail investors, banking institutions, okay? And it's going to be a global infrastructure. It's going to be fiat. Fiat's never going to go away. Don't get that wrong, okay? We're always going to need some type of physical means of exchange, just in case there's some type of EMP attack and every single computer in the world shut down, right? The elites aren't dumb enough to completely erase fiat currency or, you know, a hard form of currency, whether that be plastic or money or whatever the case may be. All right, so don't get that twisted. Okay, but the overall way that we make transactions and send money to and from individuals is changing right now, and you have to accept that or you're gonna get left behind. It's that simple. So with that being said, I know that was long. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this video so far. Just a little breakdown visually of where we are currently operating at in our teenage years of this cryptocurrency market. And this is going to tie everything together that I'm going to show you guys today in this video breakdown. Okay, so just doing some research, just clicking around different websites. That's how I do my research, just like every other normal retail trader, right? I'm a retail trader that manages a very decent sized portfolio in my forex account, and then, you know, a decent sized cryptocurrency account. I've disclosed to people that I'm not a millionaire yet. I'm a six-figure trader. You guys can go watch a day in the life of a six-figure trader on my YouTube. I'm very open, you know, with where I'm at in my trading career. I don't pop smoke. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm some millionaire, billionaire that's trying to teach you guys this stuff. No, I'm an individual, normal, just like you, who decided to create a business that teaches people how to properly trade a strategy that has made me profitable in the market. Okay. Now, I can't say that it is going to work for individuals. I hope that it does. Okay. And I teach you how it works for me, and you can decide whether or not to implement that knowledge or not. Okay. So reading these articles real fast for you guys, just to understand who I am as an individual, because, you know, some people know me, some people follow me on Instagram, some people just, you know, randomly found this YouTube page. I would like to get a firmer grip of who's really watching my content. Reach out to me, send me a message if you like this stuff, comment in the description down below. We're building this community here on CYPRX, and I know that we're just getting started, but the future of CYPRX, I'm telling you guys, is going to be insane. We're only going to grow. We're only going to keep performing well in the markets simply by opening up our minds and being very, very, very careful with our risk and our analysis and just understanding the fullest potential for our investment decisions, whether that be stocks, cryptocurrency, real estate, foreign exchange. It doesn't realistically matter. It's about entrepreneurship and growth as a whole. So reading these articles for you guys right now. Okay. This article right here, just to read the opening statement, what advisors should watch for in crypto in 2022. Crypto adoption. And again, before we get started on these articles, I want you guys to really pay attention to the vocabulary. The people that really do listen to this YouTube page and really follow my movement and everything that I'm doing for the market space. Okay. Pay attention to vocabulary. That is key when you're reading these articles. Again, important key phrases, you know, and then junk is filled in, and then we have important vocabulary. So important key phrases and important vocabulary words, individual. So crypto adoption doesn't appear to be slowing down. As more advisors and institutional investors pile in, the asset class will continue to mature. Okay, again, looking at the vocabulary, quote unquote, looking to mature. What it is that I showed you guys here, okay? You know, again, just picking up what I'm putting down, okay? So perhaps the biggest trend is that more and better tools and services for the financial advisors are almost sure to come online this year. We are starting to see that technology for digital assets come online, said Brian McCulling, I hope that I don't mess his name up, CEO of Redtail Technology, a popular CRM software for financial advisors. There's a lot of stuff coming in the financial space that will be focused on crypto. There's a lot of stuff, again, in the financial space that will be focused on crypto. There's a massive shift to it. Look at this. Okay, look at the vocabulary, again, in these articles. A massive shift. Okay? On the other hand, it is so volatile still, and there seems to be almost no stability in crypto. Again, going over the picture that I showed you. Baby phase, infant phase, okay? Young child phase, young adult phase, teenage phase, right? Almost no stability. I gave you guys the visual. And it's this kind of scary to advisors and their clients. Oh, sorry, excuse me. And that's kind of scary to advisors and their clients. At this point, they're still dabbling in crypto and NFT, non-fungible token space, and trying to figure out how to provide it in a better fashion. This stuff gets juicy. So really, I'm telling you, stick around. All right, if you're bored, I'm telling you, watch me full circle this. It's going to be nuts. You're going to be like, dang, I need to share this with somebody because this is nuts. Your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, whoever's still alive, who has longer than 20 years on this earth, if they're not in ill health, should know this information because it's going to behoove you when the global shift happens. All right. So share this video. All right. Advisors' urgency around cryptocurrency technologies come from a desire to keep clients within their ecosystem, said Mick. I'm just going to call him Mick. Until very recently, crypto assets had to be held away from advisors or in private placement vehicles like the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and Bitwise 10 Crypto Index Fund. Grayscale is owned by Digital Currency Group, the parent company of CoinDesk. But in 2021, technology services evolved to allow advisors several different options for accessing digital assets on behalf of their investors. All right, so they evolved to allow investors to obviously, of course, involve themselves in investing in digital assets. Guys, that's insane. It's a global transition that's happening in the world of the market. That's never happened before. It's always been stock markets or real estate or things like that, right? Okay. S&P 500, US 30, right? All of that stuff, index funds. Now you can invest in cryptocurrency, digital assets, and private investors, advisors are trying to figure out ways to integrate investment portfolios over on behalf of digital assets. Right here, you guys can see accessing digital assets on behalf of their investors. All right. So advisors want to be able to keep the client within their sphere of influence to help them see the whole picture and plan accordingly. Mick said, the way this has worked over time in other areas is to address it with visibility and account opening capabilities first. And only then do we start looking at more value creation opportunities. Step one is to keep the client with the advisor and not Coinbase or crypto.com, which are exchanges. Okay. So these companies don't want their clients transitioning over to Coinbase and crypto.com because they don't have the ability to allow their investors to involve themselves in digital assets. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So they want to keep their clients. They don't want them to go to Coinbase. So what is this going to cause? This is going to cause a mass shift. This is going to cause advisors to be able to allow their investors to access digital assets. They're going to have to expand if they don't want their clients to leave. All right, so public sentiment on digital assets is also shifting, said Kyle Wiggs, co-founder of CEO of UX Wealth Partners. UX's Thor Technologies was among the first to create a digital asset product with separately managed accounts for financial advisors. Okay, who is this? What is this company? All right, I have this article and I'm going to go in and I'm going to come back to all of this. All right, but check this out. UX Wealth Partners announced an integration with ETF Action, an independent technology research and firm focused on helping financial advisors build better portfolios and navigate the ETF landscape and RIA model market space. Advisors on the UX Wealth platform now have access to ETF Action's research tools to analyze and compare thousands of ETFs and stocks. That's nuts. Like, if you guys aren't getting hyped for this, I'm sorry, but you guys got to wake up. Okay, the reason why I'm saying this is because once you start making money in this market, whether that be forex, the stock market, you're going to have to figure out places to put your money for that to expand. Okay, as an individual who's made money from this market, I've tasted it and I know that other people have as well. And you're going to want to learn where to put your money at so that way it's constantly working for you. You're making passive income. You're making money in your sleep. You're finding ways to not sacrifice your time for money. See, that's what everybody doesn't understand about this world. Everybody's so misconstrued and they think, and I know that this is off topic, okay? But they think that in order to make more money, you need to sacrifice more time, get another job, work more hours, right? No, that is not how you do it. If any billionaire, any millionaire will tell you that in order to make more money, you have to learn how to manifest your time properly. The golden rule is to make more money in less time. How can you make more money and sacrifice less of your time to actually enjoy the things in life that you love, right? I'm telling you guys. So this is just another avenue of approach for investing. Going back to this article, look at this. When you look at studies out there, the exponential shift in mentality and acceptance for digital assets is unbelievable, Wiggs said. If inflation continues, and this is where we get to the juicy stuff, okay? Wiggs said if inflation continues, we get 3 rate hikes or more this year. If we continue to pump more money into the financial system, it will start to become a real thing for advisors. And if they don't embrace it, crypto becomes a real threat to their business. This is what I'm talking about, the shift. They're being forced to shift because crypto and people wanting to invest in digital assets is becoming a threat because they don't have the ability to allow that to their clients yet. So they're going to have to find ways to shift. And when they shift, watch how I'm going to full circle this. Watch how much money these private investors and these whales are willing to dump into this market. Okay, so clients want exposure, and if you don't offer it in a simple and compelling way, they will take their percentage of their portfolio and go elsewhere. Okay, as advisors, they get tools and infrastructure they need. A new cohort of sophisticated investors has been entering digital assets, a trend that Dan Irie, CEO of Bittrea, expects to continue through 2022. Bittrea is a crypto service. To date, most digital asset investors were retail investors, Irie said. Look at this. To date, most digital asset investors were retail investors. These purple marks right here, Bittrea, I'm going to come back to this company. I'm going to finish reading this article, but we're going to full circle the importance of Bittrea. Okay? So finishing off this article, they were the primary drivers of growth in this rapidly innovating space, and they were essentially doing micro venture investing with tokens, he said. They would buy some tokens, and in doing so, they would increase the real-world usage and validity of blockchain projects. Now we're seeing larger institutions and corporations enter into the space, and more awareness from regulators about what is exactly going on. Do you guys see this sentence right here? We are now seeing larger institutions and corporations enter into the space. What is the picture that I showed you guys? You guys see how some banking institutions are dipping their toes in the water. You guys see the market cap skyrocket to $3 trillion. Imagine what it's going to be like in the future when these banking institutions have no other choice, when these private investors have no other choice, when these advisors have no other choice but to integrate. They're going to have to integrate their systems to digital assets. So finishing this off, two more paragraphs. As a result, the investment thesis of digital assets is becoming more coherent, according to Irie. Irie is also eyeing innovations being driven by blockchain technology. It's real leveling up the fundamental infrastructure that the world operates on. Like what? Look at this. It is really leveling up the fundamental infrastructure that the world operates on. And in the process, you have a lot of centralized mechanisms being disintermediated across all of those spaces. Irie said, as a result, we are seeing newly decentralized applications coming out of the woodwork and gaining more mainstream access and acceptance. You guys see the vocabulary in this. I'm telling you guys might not want to do the digging. I'll do the digging for you and hopefully wake you guys up. If you guys are still around, smash that like button. Another application watched by Irie is the Metaverse. This is really important, these last three paragraphs, okay? A convergence of artificial intelligence, blockchain, and virtual reality technology creating a new medium for human interaction and connectivity. What? A new medium for human interaction and connectivity. It's changing, it's happening. And what are they talking about? The Metaverse, right? The freaking screens everybody's gluing to their faces. You guys see what is happening. Facebook changed their name to Metaverse or Meta, right? Okay. The Metaverse, according to Irie, represents a step forward in the ways humans learn. A store of information potentially as profound as the advent of the internet. What? So they pretty much just compared this transition to the expansion of the internet, okay? Yet, even as the Metaverse is born, many advisors are still debating whether to offer tokens like Bitcoin and Ethereum to their clients and wondering if cryptocurrency is right for their business. In reality, Bitcoin and Ethereum are just the start of a long journey, Irie said. The way I like to think of it is that Web 3.0, in the event of blockchain technology, is really the start of tokenization of everything towards much more efficient mechanisms for tracking the ownership of various assets, whether digital or physical. Tokens can be applied to just about anything, as we're seeing from NFTs. Thanks to tokenization, investment opportunities that were once difficult to offer to a broad audience, look at this, that were once difficult to offer. It's not anymore. Everything's transitioning. And that required long periods of liquidity, such as private equity, venture capital, and private real estate, can now be opened up to more investors. Look at this. Can now be opened up to more investors. It's going to expand. Just watch. Mark my words. While the transition to tokenization will probably take time, it is already underway, and Irie feels certain that advisors will recognize and seize the opportunity. Please, I'm telling you guys, wake up. I know that you guys won't read these boring articles because it's not talking about XRP's next bullish target. It's not talking about, Casper's all-time new high that's going to get set. And it's not, what is it called? It's not eye candy. Okay, but this is important for the global infrastructure. So last but not least, I have this article for you guys here. Okay, the crypto exchange Gemini pushes into wealth management with acquisitions of Bittrea. Okay, so Bittrea, I don't know how to pronounce that properly, but in this article where I was telling you guys, we're going to come back to this, this significant part right here. As advisors get the tools and infrastructure they need to a new cohort of sophisticated investors, this is where I'm going to show you guys some numbers. So the CEO of Bittrea, I was like, what is Bittrea? Okay, let's go look that up. So I went and tried to find an article on that. And interesting to say the least, look at this. This is crazy. Okay, these are some key takeaways I have highlighted here for you guys. I'm not going to read the whole article, just the key takeaways. Gemini, the $7.1 billion crypto exchange, is getting into wealth management with acquisition of a digital asset platform for financial advisors, CNBC has learned exclusively. The company has agreed to purchase Bittrea, a 5-year-old San Francisco-based startup whose tools help advisors manage holdings of Bitcoin and other tokens, according to Gemini's global head of business development, Dave Abner. Do you guys see what this company is? That's insane. All right. Advisors manage the biggest pool of money in the country right now. What? When I read that statement right there, I was like, nah, okay, let me dig a little bit deeper. Okay. So literally, this is talking about the whales with lots of money, banking institutions, private investors. Okay. You guys know that that's all smart money. And now we're seeing that these individuals with massive amounts of money, and I'm going to get to the numbers here in a second, okay, have accessibility to digital assets now with inside of their private portfolios that advisors are managing. Do you guys see this? Okay, do you guys see the change that is happening? We're only 13 years in. You are early. Wake up. All right, so to continue this, and now they're hearing from the clients that they want access to crypto. Adner said this week in a phone interview, this creates a one-stop end-to-end experience for advisors to manage all of their clients' digital assets within their traditional portfolio management systems. Crypto insiders have forecasted a boom in mergers this year as a cohort of newly flushed digital asset giants like Gemini and Coinbase look to acquire capabilities and expand offerings. Just yesterday, Coinbase announced it was buying Chicago-based forex so that it could offer derivatives to retail and institutional customers. We saw in the previous articles that the majority of individuals that are investors in this market are retail individuals, private investors. Big bank and institutions are a player, but what about the retail speculator? Private investors. I'm telling you guys, watch. Though crypto started more than a decade ago as a retail investor-led phenomenon, the rise of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other coins in the past 2 years has enticed bigger investors into the space. That's created the need for ways to provide wealthy investors access to crypto through familiar wealth management vehicles, separately managed accounts. Guys, please tell me like I'm making sense to you. Okay, look at this, reread it, go back, okay, replay the video. That's created the need for ways to provide wealthy investors, private investors, big banks are one player, whales, private investors, look at this right here, access, now they have access to crypto accounts. Nobody else in the crypto space is looking at servicing the wealth management community the way Gemini is. Abner said, we're already the largest service provider to crypto ETFs globally. Now we are moving into the wealth space and we're going to be the only pure play full service provider of crypto assets to advisors. Bittrea, this is the last segment of this, Bittrea, which changed its name from blockchain in November, is one of a small handful of crypto companies that have sprung up to service financial advisors. Competitors include OnRamp Invest and Eaglebrook Advisors. The broader financial advisor industry assets have surged along with booming equity markets, topping $110 trillion during the pandemic. Do you guys see this number? Do you guys see this number? $110 trillion. Could you even imagine if, let's go 5%. 5% of this. I don't even think my calculator, my calculator wouldn't even be able to do that. All right, but let's go with a more higher number, but more conservative as well. Let's just say 15%. 15% of this money dumped into digital assets. What would happen to the market? Do you guys see what I'm saying? Okay, so Gemini, founded in 2014 by Wink twins, I'm not going to butcher that, Tyler and Cameron, was valued at $7.1 billion in November funding round. Ballooning valuations in an industry have left companies flush with cash with mandates to ramp up growth. Look at how they're finishing this with mandates. This is important. You guys know what a mandate is. Okay, I've shown you guys videos and articles on ISO 202 and how the banking institutions, private investors, the whales are going to have to transfer their money because this is the new way to transfer money. It's a new wave. It's the global switch that's happening right now. Okay, the last but not least, the future of wealth management lies in digital assets and blockchain technology, and the integration of Bittrea's technology with Gemini provides a bridge to the future. Look at how they ended this article. Okay, so I know that was a little bit choppy. This was one of the first videos that I've made like this. If you guys like videos like this, comment in the description down below. I will continue to do stuff like this for the individuals that are interested. I hope that this video woke you guys up a little bit, showing you guys not to panic, not to freak out that the market is in a decline right now. Okay, it's natural. Why? Because there were early investors with buy positions beneath these lows. collectively speaking, the overall broader perspective of the market is coming to clear out liquidity from people that rode the wave early on. The market needs to do that to pick up more money, to grab liquidity, to take the market higher. It's natural, okay? It is natural for the market to do that. So understand where you operate at, understand how many assets you have and the potential of those assets if money, okay, $110 trillion worth of money, quote unquote, because who knows how much more could be dumped into this market, okay, and who knows how much of that money is going to be dumped into this market. But when that money does come, the question is are you going to be around to see the potential profits that individuals who are invested in this market are going to experience? Okay, question again, right? Blessings to you guys all. As always, subscribe to the YouTube page, share this video. I don't think I cussed, so, you know, I applaud that because I usually do have a potty mouth on the YouTube channel. I do apologize for any of the younger listeners. But yeah, as always, you guys, be cognizant, be aware, stay vigilant, and I will see you guys in the next video breakdown. Everybody have a good and amazing weekend.